Okay, in the last video, I talked a little bit about research and design. And what we were doing is we actually purchased Tech 2 and 1 feature, and we're able to use it that round by going back through and adjusting our demand, Tech 1 and Tech 2, and then also adjusting our production, Tech 1 and Tech 2. So I made a few changes when we did that research and design. Now next round, I will be able to also increase my features available, and the only place that I need to do that is on marketing, which is where we're going to go next. So on this marketing tab, next round, when I increase my feature available to 3, I'm going to need to make this change, okay? But right now, Tech 1 and Tech 2 are both listed because I have them there. There's also a unit cost in there. If for some reason there's not a unit cost, it may be a logistics issue. So I'm just going to check to make sure we have enough product, but I think we have enough product to go around, so I think we should be fine. I was not short with inventory, so we should be okay. Okay, so I don't have to change my features right now because I didn't add any new features in and of itself. If you buy new features, or if you buy new features or make new features, you're going to have to adjust that from round to round. This is my unit cost, $91. And this is the unit cost for Tech 2, $245. I need to determine where everyone is at with their pricing. Okay, so it's hard to be competitive here. So there's this balance between being competitive and then being the lowest and being low price, but then also being competitive and making money. The inclination for most students is to go cheap, and then you don't make any money, and that's a problem. So you can't go cheap. Think about the iPhone and the Samsung, and they are competitors, and they hold their prices together pretty closely because they know how much they need to make on each of the phones to be to come out whole. So if you look at this margin calculation, this is going to look at your sales revenue that you're predicting, your in-house contract manufacturing costs, and you have your feature costs and your total goods, and then it's going to create a sales margin for you. So this is your gross margin. This is also telling, like for the US, this is your demand predicted for the US, how many products you have available, and if you have any globally unsatisfied demand, okay? So this tells you a lot of information. This unit cost is really a big deal. So I certainly, if I have a unit cost of $91, I don't want to price this at $130 because my gross margin is $37,000. As a company, I can't make money on $37,000. So I need this to be something that I'm going to make money at. And so for the purposes of this, because I'm not sure where the competition is this first round, I'm going to keep this at about $250, okay? And then I'm going to look at Tech 2 for the US, and right now I'm priced at $245. It's a brand new product. I think this might come out at $599. And then it's going to say that my gross margin is $159,000. Okay, so that's going to make a difference for me. The promotion is in US dollars. Whatever you spend here is going to help promote your product and increase awareness. Now, I didn't change a whole lot with Tech 1, so I'm just going to leave this at not $10, $10,000, which is actually a $10 million marketing budget. This is a brand new product though, and I want people to know that I have it. And then I'm going to take the market by storm. So I'm going to do a $15,000. This will come out of my gross margin because it's a cost, right? I'm now going to go to Asia and I'm going to do the same exact thing, but now it's in yen. So I'm looking at $900 for cost. And I think I'm going to want this to be more like, and I'm going to keep, this is still US dollars. So because it exists, I'm going to keep it there. This is total random and arbitrary. And this one, I'm going to do too much. One too many zeros. Okay, 3,000. And my promotion is going to be this. Now, when you're doing this, you can start to come up with a look at what do I think my gross margin should be on my products? What is a good gross margin? And you might just stick with that and kind of keep that ballpark figure for each round, and that's where you keep your price. You will be driven a little bit by competition. In games, people will play with competition. But note that a lot of people who will lower their price and keep it really low will run out of product. And they will eventually have to buy from somebody else. And generally when that starts to happen, it's too late for them to build more plants, and the cost to do so wouldn't be anything that they had money for. So it's, like I said, it's really a balancing act, that cost pressure versus making some profit. You certainly don't want to be in the negative numbers though. So for this one, I'm going to do, this is in euros, so it looks a little bit different. I'm just going to keep a consistent promotion while I go through this and my selling price here. Okay, so I set my price for each of these areas, and I set a pretty good gross margin. I'm trying to figure out why this gross margin is so high, because I'm not that much higher than my yen cost. Oh, I know why. My demand in Asia is a lot higher, so I'm selling a lot more. So that's why that gross margin is more. So that is why this gross margin is a little bit higher. So it benefits you if you sell a little bit more in that area. So certainly Asia is going to be a little bit higher. So that is, this is what I would definitely look at when you're looking through this. So almost every area we're at about 150,000-ish for gross margin, with the exception of Tech One, which is selling like gangbusters in Asia, which is a good thing. There's a lot of different pricing strategies out there and how you come up with your price. Sometimes it's cost plus a certain percentage. So how much do you want to make over your cost? Whatever it is, keep a consistent pricing strategy. After the first round, you'll be able to see where everybody else is at, and then you can kind of put your price a little bit more within the range. But again, cheapest always isn't better. Okay, that's my tip to you.